Oh shit, I have a YouTube channel. Yo guys, welcome back to another video, and I've put my Terraria addiction on hold for a little bit so I can come make a video about the clerk, aka the ugliest pale blobfish to ever set foot in Elitist Manor. Now, yeah, this character is actually pretty balanced, for the most part. It's not like, you know, early Bloody Queen, which was like ridiculous in 4K every single game. It was a disaster. Like, Clark actually feels balanced for the most part. She doesn't have any aspects that feel overpowered, and she has a lot of aspects that actually feel kind of underpowered. Like, her early game's pretty weak, to be honest with you. Her early game's pretty bad. And that's honestly the major problem I see with her, as far as, you know, winning. But as far as her being used in high tiers, I don't think it's going to happen just because of that, you know, that early game struggle. Like, even if you can pressure the ciphers early, I don't think it's going to be enough. At least in my experience playing against her. I've played against a few at this point. Not all of them have been good, not all of them have been bad. I don't think she's going to quite have enough, to be honest, to make it early game. And especially with the meta shifting kind of away from slower decoding compositions, at least at the minute. Maybe it'll revert back, but right now I'm seeing it slip slowly away from like forward, merc, you know, like fucking all of the characters that have a decoding debuff, to a little bit more like cipher rushy, I guess, like just characters that are better at kiting, support, blah 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 kind of idea. And I think that's a meta Clerk's really going to struggle in, actually. Other than that, though, I think she's really nice. Probably one of the best release characters we've had in a while. I'm glad they nerfed her before she came out and put a time gate on her chip damage, because really, if they didn't do that, the developers, honestly, she would have just ended up Sculptor 2.0, even uglier than the original. Honestly, her gameplay is actually pretty fun. One of the best things I think about her is her gameplay. It's unique, it's not a recycled concept, you know, like some survivors that were really needing something fresh and just didn't get that at all because it was a separate you see the picture on screen, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, her gameplay is a really fun part about her, actually, is the fact that it's unique and fresh, and it feels different from every other hunter, and it also feels fairly balanced. It's like, you know, if she gets a recording on you that ends up helping her hit you, it's like, fuck, I gave her that recording. Like, I fucked myself over by vaulting when I did and giving her that. Like, every hit she gets on you, it feels earned. It feels, you know, it feels like you fucked yourself instead of the hunter did a bullshit thing. You know, comparing her to some shit like Photographer, where it's like, you get downed in the photo world and then the hunter just finds you. It's like, yeah, I didn't get to kite, that was fun, I enjoyed that, woohoo, this is an enjoyable game. And even hunters like Anne, where it's like, oh, well, I got catted, GG, shake my hand, I'm just gonna run to the rocket chair now. And it feels fair when she hits you. Unless she gets a fucking stupid-ass hitbox, but I still count that as fair. That's one of the only complaints I have about her, actually, is her hitbox is absurd. And not that it's absurdly big, but it is not accurate to the model of her character. Like, that cane has a couple invisible inches on it. Like, holy shit. Either that or she's using the Force or something, because she can hit you way farther away than it seems she can hit you. It's not from a crazy distance, but it's farther away than it looks like she could hit you, and I really wish that the model was just shown to be able to hit that far instead of, like, you know, the cane extending to a certain distance, but also the hitbox actually extending farther than the cane shows that it does. That's kind of annoying. But I do really applaud the fact that they've made like a high skill cap character, the developers, by they I mean, and Like, they've made a high skill cap character, but they haven't made it so, you know, it's like impossible to win with them when you first pick them up. We'll compare it to like something like Mad Eyes. You know, when you start playing Mad Eyes for the first time, you're like, oh, I'm desperate for an A badge. Fine, I'll just play Mad Eyes. No one plays him, I'll get an easy badge. And then you just get your ass kicked because you have no idea what you're doing. Clerk is not or she kind of is, but not exactly like that. You can pick her up and you can still do decently with her, but much to the same as Mad Eyes. If you master strategies and you like put a lot of time into the character, there is a huge skill ceiling of where you can pull off some really fancy and cool tricks and like absolutely dunk on survivors, and it's really cool actually. But yeah, that's my first impression of the clerk. I already know I made a video about this, but I just need to, you know, kind of squeeze every last bit of view duration out of this character that I can. Don't judge me. Also, on that note, you should subscribe. I hit 120 subscribers recently. Thank you. I'll eat an onion at 200 subscribers, so you should do that. Also, I think my subscriber watch time to non-subscriber watch time is like 2%, so F in the chat for me. Also, you should just click the end cards that are coming up on screen, download my Discord bot, and one last reminder to subscribe. And have a nice day. Peace.